And now for something completely different.
Sup, jerks? So, I have like 10 trillion projects lined up and no motivation to complete any of them. So, this is what you're getting. I found my old sketchbook, or should I say school notebook, from when I was in 5th grade at the ripe old age of 11 years old. So, yeah, let's take a look, shall we? I went to a Hebrew elementary school. Technically it was K through 12, but yeah, I was supposed to be doing Hebrew work in this, but all I ever did was write comic strips. Look at my wonderful art skills. Mostly the only things I ever drew were just the media franchises that I was especially autistic about at the time. So around 5th grade, that would have translated to Legend of Zelda, Five Nights at Freddy's, and occasionally other ones. Yeah. Most of these jokes were stolen from like Vines or like friggin' comic strips that I'd already read. The funniest part is that I remember that some of them were literally stolen from Garfield, and other ones like this one are just not finished, and to be honest, it's even funnier because I can't even remember what this was even supposed to be, so all you get is this. Look at what I've done to her. Poor Zelda. Let's read through some of these, shall we? This one is titled The Concert. Let me see if I can decipher my handwriting and spelling. There's a concert for one of my favorite singers. Wanna come? Man, who's got time for that girl stuff? I love how he's playing Five Nights at Freddy's on his friggin' computer. Here's a poster of her if you change your mind. Jesus Christ, are those even real, like, Japanese characters? When I was really young, I was, like, really obsessed with Japanese culture, but in, like, a weird, like, weeaboo sort of way, and it was just all really weird, and, like, appropriation fucking... Oh, I'm so tired right now. This video is gonna be awful. But yeah, I love to put, like, anime tropes and shit in my comics, so here's him having a nosebleed. Everyone knows Link isn't straight. What was the deal here? So he agreed to go because... Jesus Christ. These are so bad. Was this supposed to be Saria? Like, why does she look like that? What is she wearing? I tried to, like, put everybody in casual clothes because it was easier to draw than their regular outfits. This is, like, the most 2010s thing I've ever seen. So, like, what even was this comic? The party. Hey, Saria, how was the party? Pretty fun. I still have leftover pizza if you want it. I love how I had to point out everyone gets casual clothes now. Wee. Thanks. Where's Link? She's just a floating head. How wonderful. Well, I had to drive him home after he downed 6 beers, threw a chair at Rivali, and passed out on the floor. He should be, like, dying of alcohol poisoning. And I never put Navi in there, apparently? Huh. Yeah, and all Zelda can do is facepalm. Wow, great. So the deal is, when I was younger, the only, like, character archetypes I ever, like, drew in my comics and artwork were the smart one who's tired of their antics and is, like, the parent friend, and the stupid one who gets into crazy stuff that should probably kill them. And I just did this with all of the characters ever. And, God, I can only imagine what would have happened if I would have, like, gotten into the same things I'm into now. If the friggin' Mandela catalog had, like, existed when I was 10 years old, I would have done this to Adam and Jonah. I just know it. Here's a Final Fantasy comic. Making fun of Eris dying. Final Fantasy VII was a good game. How about that remake, everyone? Here's a Five Nights at Freddy's OC I created. His name was Lincoln the Labrador. I love how, like, I was going to make this a Resident Evil comic, but, like, I forgot what I was going to, like, draw, so I just replaced the title. I just crossed it out and just made it into this. Let's see what this one was. Weekend. Home from work on Friday. I forgot to mention, I made Link work at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, like, as a night guard in these earlier comics because, like, I don't know, crossovers, autism. And here he is sleeping, and here he is sleeping again, and Sunday he's just watching anime. Annoying anime theme song. Why did I, like, make anime out to be, like, annoying here when it's all I ever watched, like, as a kid when I was younger? Like, I was obsessed with Fairy Tail back then. Like, don't even act like you didn't watch that shit. Monday morning. Ugh, not enough weekend to go around. You're the one who wasted it. This is just how I spend my weekends nowadays. And it's, like, it's not even because I want to waste my weekends. It's just because I'm depressed. We have some, like, filler art down here. These are actually cute. I actually like these little filler drawings. And this page over here, that's not how Springlock failures work, but Jesus Christ, why were these so gory? Was this just a product of me seeing one too many live leak videos at the ripe old age of 10 years old? Abandoned building. I think these two were actually, like, supposed to be stand-ins for some friends that I had at the time. Their names were Ethan and David, and they were the people that I really loved to show these cartoons to. Yeah, Ethan and David, somehow if you guys are watching this, shout out to you guys. You were real ones for listening to me ramble about Five Nights at Freddy's and letting me show you guys my comics. Yeah, you guys were real ones. Salutations. I know for a fact that the storyline of this comic was stolen from, Calvin and Hobbes. Here he is sleeping, he gets out of bed, and he, like, wakes up Zelda or whatever, because they were roommates, and they had this really weird dynamic where Zelda was, like, sort of his mom or whatever, and it's, like, really weird, and I don't get it. Just once, I wish you'd get up like this on work days. Can't talk now, I have cat videos to watch and Five Nights at Freddy's to play. He was such a self-insert. This is what happens when you give an autistic 10-year-old a pencil and let them go ham. And just add a little dash of unrestricted internet access. I actually have the friggin' Calvin and Hobbes book. Let me see if I can find the strip that this was, like, that this joke was stolen from. Never mind. I don't want to go through this whole Calvin and Hobbes book. I'm too tired for this, and you can probably tell this video is going to be awful. But trust that it was stolen from Calvin and Hobbes. Bill Watterson, I am so sorry. Here's an actual Resident Evil comic. This one was, Jesus Christ, why is the quality doing that? I'm so sorry. I'm filming this on my friggin' iPhone camera in my room with all the lights turned off. This was a Code Veronica comic. What did I do to Claire? Why does she look like that? There's Steve Burson. Why did he... Oh my god. I have this one friend who's, like, really super hyper-fixated on Resident Evil right now. Michael, if you're watching this, I'm so sorry that I did your favorite characters like this. Oh, Leon Kennedy, we're really in it now. This one was stolen from a Garfield comic. This one is where Link basically just steals Zelda's credit card and buys a bunch of shit. Lots of details. I love how I had to, like, point out what everything was, because you probably couldn't tell by my drawings. This video is probably going to, like, turn out looking like a 10-year-old made this. I'm 15. My art is way better now. You guys should go, like, look at it on my art Instagram. Why am I doing this? I promise I still animate. Why did I draw Mario like this? What the hell? So here's Mario and Sonic. Please mind my dog barking in the background. I have no idea who just arrived, but yeah. His name is Rocky. He's a Chihuahua. He's really dumb, but I love him. Anyways, here's Mario and Sonic. They're arguing. Your worst enemy is a bald guy with a bad mustache. Your worst enemy is a fat turtle. Oh, owned. Owned. Here's Kirby. Look at him go. Here is a collection of drawings of my Five Nights at Freddy's OC. I have since redesigned her, and this right here is what she used to look like. God, if the quality would just be agreeable. Yeah, I've since redesigned her. I even made an animation meme with her, like, last year. You've probably seen it if you're on this channel. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, this is her in all of the different little... Yeah. I drew a lot of these, like, cute little filler drawings. Here are these lovely, very 2010s human designs for the main Five Nights at Freddy's cast. Here's an old furry OC I made to be the night guard in my Five Nights at Freddy's comics after I decided it would be too weird to have Link be in there, which, I don't know, maybe it was the cringe culture getting to me? As if furries were any less cringe? I do not remember what his name was, but here he is. New day, new location. Wait, no doors? Oh, here's a Freddy mask I can use to protect myself. And there's Foxy. And sorry about that. What can I do for you, boss? Can you tell him to give Steve the dog a raise? Oh, his name was Steve. What a name. Nice scar, by the way. The best expression, I think, in this entire book. A beautiful OC design. I think this was actually Sam's first design, which is crazy, honestly. It's honestly so crazy to see how far she's come. This is just cute. This is all of my little Five Nights at Freddy's OCs performing on stage. That's adorable. Here's another comic making fun of Jake Paul. I'm Jake Paul, you're Jake Paulers, and welcome to another video. Let me try and put on a better Jake Paul impression. Yesterday, my girlfriend pranked me by giving me a wet willy, so I'm going to prank her by blowing up her house with her in it. Let's do this, prank wars. She's asleep. I love how I didn't know how to draw dynamite, so I just drew that pile and wrote dynamite on it. He lights up the house and blows it up, and yep, his girlfriend's dead. He would do this in real life. He would. Let's be real here. I've skipped to the back of the book to show my artwork after I started to improve. Here's the Five Nights characters looking a little more accurate, except Foxy. I want what he's on, though. Yeah, here, this is when I actually started to improve, and I was less scandalized about drawing boobs on my female characters. That was, like, legitimately why I didn't give any of my female characters boobs. It was, sorry about my finger, it was because I thought it was inappropriate, quote unquote. Here's another Final Fantasy one. I really liked Final Fantasy. Wow, yeah. And I think this is the last comic in the book. More unnecessary blood and violence, but yeah, I think that's really it. I could go through more, but I think this video is probably, like, long already, even though it's only, like, 10 minutes. But I could also just read you this one, because it is just such a time capsule of, like, the friggin' time it was made in. Sorry, my legs keep getting in the way. Watching Endgame. Oh my god. The quality is really bad, sorry. Iron Man dies. Nah. And here's just a shocked expression. Even the fairy was shocked, and then everybody else is just super pissed. And the police arrive, and everybody gets swatted, and Zelda's like, he was my favorite, no. And they all friggin', like, burn him at the stake. Lovely anime-style background characters there, like, blobby background characters. Here's Link. He's getting, like, arrested for spoiling Avengers Endgame. What a wonderful conclusion. Yeah, this was, like, my first time making one of these videos, so sorry it wasn't really that great. It wasn't very professional, but then again, I'm just a teenager in my room with nothing to do over the summer. But if you guys, like, actually liked this and want me to do any more of it, then I totally will. So, yeah, thanks for watching, subscribe, goodbye!
Yeah, I'm.